Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 premiere scores Earth-Shattering ratings, even without Kevin Costner. The return of Yellowstone, without Kevin Costner, draws record-breaking ratings. After an extended break away from audiences, Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 returned on Sunday night. The popular drama wasted little time explaining what happened to John Dutton after Costner's high-profile exit, revealing in its opening minutes that the show's central character suffered a tragic fate. Paramount reports that the Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 debut delivered the show's biggest premiere night audience ever. Counting viewers on both cable and CBS, the premiere garnered 16.4 million viewers. This initial data, which is from the media measurement company VideoAmp, includes both the original showings of the episode and any encores. Before the opening credits of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 start rolling, Beth Kelly Riley and Case, Luke Grimes, discover their father's lifeless body in the restroom of the Montana governor's mansion. The audience never sees John's face, but it's confirmed to Case and Beth that John is dead after a fatal gunshot wound. Beth immediately suspects her sibling, Jamie Dutton, is involved in what happened, given that Jamie, Wiz Bentley, was plotting against the family in the first half of Season 5. The episode, titled Desire is All You Need, is written by franchise creator Taylor Sheridan and directed by Christina Voros. It takes time to unspool what specifically happened to John, showing how Jamie and his lover Sarah, Dawn Oliveri, conspired to make John's death look like a suicide. Even though Costner had a high-profile exit from Yellowstone, he retains his executive producer credit, and his name appears in the opening credits for the premiere. Even though he's no longer there, John's demise drives the story and likely drives interest in terms of audiences curious to see how his absence will be handled. But even beyond that element of curiosity, Yellowstone is easily among television's biggest shows. The latest numbers reinforce that, paving the road for the Western to continue without its main figure. With questions about Yellowstone Season 6 still unclear, the one thing to watch is whether the remaining episodes of the series' long-awaited comeback continue to operate at such a high level. If that is the case, some continuation for Beth, Case, and Rip Kohlhauser seems almost inevitable. Given the high ratings that Yellowstone premiered its new batch of episodes with, interest among viewers seems to only be growing. In a television event that rocked the entertainment landscape harder than a Montana stampede, Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 premiered to earth-shattering ratings. And it did it without its patriarch, Kevin Costner. As die-hard fans gathered like cattle at a branding, the question hung heavy in the air like smoke from a brush fire. Could Yellowstone survive, even thrive, without John Dutton at the helm? Turns out, not only did it survive, it roared. Paramount Network executives probably popped more champagne than a Dutton wedding, which, let's face it, usually ends in either a brawl or a bloodbath, as viewership numbers rolled in. The premiere episode drew in tens of millions across linear TV and streaming platforms within 48 hours. Social media lit up like the 4th of July, with hashtags like #LongLiveTheDuttons and #BethStillReckless trending worldwide. The key to the premiere's monstrous success: a volatile cocktail of high-stakes drama, cinematic vistas, and a cast that knows how to carry a dynasty on their weather-worn shoulders. From the opening moments, the audience was dropped into the searing heart of the action. As sweeping drone shots gave way to tight, gritty close-ups of Rip Wheeler, Kohlhauser, riding through snow-drenched fields, it became clear. This wasn't a farewell tour. This was a rebirth. Beth Dutton, Kelly Riley, ever the incendiary queen of scorched earth diplomacy, wasted no time reminding viewers who truly pulls the strings on the Yellowstone ranch. Without her father's looming presence, Beth's ferocity escalated to new heights. One moment, she's blackmailing a senator in a smoky bar. The next, she's sipping whiskey with a loaded shotgun, resting on the kitchen table like a centerpiece. And let's talk about Jamie Wes Bentley. The premiere gave him a Shakespearean arc, trembling with ambition and dread. No longer merely the family punching bag, Jamie is now a wild card on a leash made of gasoline and bad decisions. Without John there to overshadow him, Jamie's vendetta has matured into something terrifyingly strategic. Meanwhile, Case Luke Grimes was caught in a moral crossfire between family loyalty and spiritual clarity. A surprise twist revealed he may be stepping into a leadership role that neither he nor we expected. Grimes' stoic intensity continues to anchor the emotional undercurrent of the show, balancing Beth's wildfire with steady resolve. Even fan favorites like Teeter, Jen Landon, and Walker, Ryan Bingham, had meteor arcs, with the bunkhouse scenes offering a perfect blend of grit, gallows humor, and loyalty tested under fire. The show's ranch hands are no longer just background noise. They're full-fledged pieces in the chess match for the Yellowstone legacy. The absence of Kevin Costner was undeniable, but the writing, crafted by Taylor Sheridan with surgical precision, pivoted cleverly around it. John's character wasn't killed off in a dramatic shootout or buried with bagpipes playing. Instead, his absence was addressed with reverence and layered mystery. A brief flashback hinted that John Dutton had retreated to an undisclosed location, possibly for health or political reasons. This choice left the door ajar, fueling wild speculation among viewers, and ensuring that Costner's shadow loomed large without suffocating the story. Critics and fans alike lauded the premiere as a high watermark for the series. Variety called it a thunderclap of Western melodrama. The Hollywood Reporter noted that the show feels more dangerous and alive than ever. So how did Yellowstone pull off this ratings miracle without its lead actor? For one, the ensemble cast is nothing short of extraordinary. Rayleigh, Hauser, Grimes, and Bentley are Emmy-worthy at this point, each delivering layered, often haunting performances that reflect the brutal poetry of the Montana wilderness. Second, the writers didn't panic. They adapted. Rather than fill the John Dutton void with a knockoff patriarch, they allowed the power vacuum to become the dramatic engine of the story. And then there's the fact that Yellowstone is no longer just a show. It's a cultural juggernaut. The Dutton Ranch has become modern mythology, with its themes of land, legacy, betrayal, and resilience, striking a chord in a country still wrestling with its own identity. The premiere leaned hard into this ethos, giving viewers everything they crave: high drama, brutal beauty, and moral ambiguity. Behind the scenes, there's buzz that this season could pave the way for multiple spin-offs, possibly even a political thriller centered on Jamie's rise to power, or a Rip and Beth prequel, with all the fire of a Greek tragedy set in cowboy boots. Paramount, it seems, has no intention of letting the Yellowstone empire fade into the sunset. With Taylor Sheridan's fingers in multiple pies, from 1923 to Lawman, Bass Reeves, Yellowstone remains the crown jewel in a gritty storytelling kingdom. As the credits rolled on the premiere, fans were already speculating, memeing, and dissecting every line of dialogue like theologians studying scripture. Theories ranged from John's in witness protection to Rip is secretly planning a coup. Whatever the truth, one thing is clear: the Dutton saga is far from over, and the fire burns brighter than ever. So whether you tune in for the ranch politics, the slow burn vendettas, or just to hear Beth drop another withering one-liner that could cut steel, Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 is proving to be one of television's most riveting events of the year.